What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Seriously Focused Johnny, SF Johnny, and you are tuned in to Difficult People Chronicles. Welcome. Today's episode is called The Message Quiet Storm. In this dream, there were two people standing at the top of a mountain. So if you go to one of those places like, let's say, Egypt in the desert, and then it's like you at the top and it's all sand. The picture was like that, but they were like at the top, like they could look over the whole entire, I would say, area, because I wouldn't say world. It was the area, and it was two people. One person was righteous, good-hearted, kind, and then the other person fake, phony. So they were at the top of the mountain, and then all of a sudden, this dark water. It was like a tidal wave of dark water took the person who was not righteous. So when I looked up dark waters, it meant a lot of things. A curse, it meant unrighteousness, and the reason, and barrenness, and a lot of different things. But the reason why I gravitated to unrighteousness is because before I even looked up dark water, I said to myself, based off of the dream, how would I explain the person on the left side that was at the top of the mountain? And what came to me was righteous, because that person is authentic, right? The person on the other side was evil. And based off of the dream, this person who is, I would say, not righteous, is a phony person. Like, the person on the left sees the person on their right as an enemy, and the person on the right sees the person on the left as family or a good friend. Yeah. So the person on the right, they are, the best way to that I could describe it is, you have a lot of people in this world that they will talk about a person like a dog, behind their back. But the moment they get into some craziness in their life, or they get stabbed in the back by somebody, or something happens and they looking for a bailout, or they looking for a place to stay, or they looking for money, some kind of help, and they turn to that person that they've been talking about like a dog, and that person says no, then they'll turn around and say, after all I've done for you. Yeah, and that's the story that they go around telling the whole entire world. I did so much for that person. Can you believe they treated me like that, and this and this and that? Okay, they're delusional. They're delusional because they don't see that the evil things they do is evil. To them, it's normal. And they think that what they've been doing in this world, there's no repercussions. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, it's like, here's another one. You have some men that are serial cheaters. Like, all they do is cheat. They cheat, they get married, they cheat, they get divorced, they get with somebody else, they cheat. Serial cheaters. Been cheating since they were born. And the one time they decide to meet the right one, that person messes with their ego so bad They can't even hold their head up. And then the one thing they say to the world is, after all I did for that chick, I can't believe she did me like that. But they can't see half the stuff they did to half the women out there. Mhm. They can't see that. They can't see the ones they cheated on, broke their heart, lied to the family, saying, "Oh yeah, I'ma marry her and I'ma this and that," and that woman was setting up her life, and like they were gonna be together, and then all of a sudden he just took off with the next chick because what? It was like fashion to him. hmm And then he met the right one. Now he can't even hold his head up, and he looking for a shoulder to cry on. Delusional. Delusional. So this person is like that. This person is delusional. They can't see the wrong they did to that person on the left side of them. And there's going to be this storm, like a tidal wave of dark water that's going to wipe this person off the top of the mountain. I didn't see them living. So whoever this is, whether it's evilness that they did to somebody else and it's coming back to them as a tidal wave, I don't know. But I didn't see them living. The wave took them. And the person on their left was still standing. And the person on the left turned and looked to their right, like, oh shoot, like leaned a little bit to their, they leaned a little bit to their left. But the dark water did not take them. It didn't even touch them. That's God. That's God. Cause the way I saw it, it's like, I'm gonna give y'all another example. You have a piece of paper, so visualize it. Close your eyes and visualize having a piece of paper, and you draw a line right down the middle, right? To the left, you have that person that's at the top of the mountain, and then to the right, you have that phony person, whoever that person is. So you tear the paper in half right down the middle where you drew the line, and you crumble up that right side. That's that person. That's exactly what's going to happen to that person at the top of the mountain. When that wave of dark water come, they not going to be no more. They ain't going to be that straight piece of paper. It's going to be, they going to be crumbled up, disappeared, gone, cuz that wave, that tidal wave is taking them down wherever. And that's what I saw. That's what I saw. So, that's all I have for right now. For whoever this is for, because some of the messages may not apply to everybody. um, pray. Pray a hedge of protection. hmm Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because when you see things going good, the enemy will try to turn things upside down. Meaning, like, say for instance, you are, I think I talked about it before. Like, God spoke to somebody and said, this was supposed to happen and that was supposed to happen, and this is like he talks to somebody about the promise he's going to give them, and then all of a sudden you waiting patiently, but you're not praying to protect what God has given you. hmm Protect your situation. because the devil will intervene and try to delay what is yours. So it's just like a victory. If you dream where you at the top of a mountain and you see something like a tidal wave that's going to take your enemy out, or hater, whoever that person is that's delusional, you had that dream. You just got to pray that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises shall be condemned. Because the enemy will change things around where, you get caught up and you know what you dreamed about. And the reason why I call this episode The Quiet Storm is because the person on the left did not even see this wave coming, this dark water wave, whatever, coming. And then all of a sudden, it's like the picture to the right, where this person was standing, just turned dark. Like, let's just say there was a dark cloud over them. It was just nighttime on the right side of them, like where the person was standing. Yeah. So one side was sunny, and then the other side was dark, like midnight dark. And then the wave just came and took them. And that's why I called it Quiet Storm, because neither one of them seen it coming. One of the things, well, not even one of the things, what I'm learning is that God's perfect ending is never what we expect. It can come from anywhere at any time. Like the waters in Exodus chapter 14 with Moses, the Israelites versus the Egyptians. Or Jezebel, her wickedness that got her thrown from a window and devoured by dogs in 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 30 to 37. Or it could be something like the punishment by fire and sulfur in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah in Genesis chapter 19 verse 24 to 25. And that was due to evilness that went against God. Or the last one could be Korah, who became insolent and rose up against Moses and claimed to be holy. And as a result, him and his whole family was swallowed up by the earth. And that's in Numbers chapter 16, verse 27 to 32. So like I said, God's perfect ending is never what we expect. We will think one way and God will come with a whole nother scenario. And it could come from anywhere at any time. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So that's it for today. Check me out on YouTube, like, subscribe, click the notification, check out my store. All the links is underneath for suggested topics. Email me. And if somebody is had a dream similar to mine, email me. Let me know what's up. Later.